favourite musicians.
Yeah, they're all sort of... Alexander Armstrong, he plays a bit of jazz piano.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. The guy who does Pointless, and that's quite fun. Now then, I'm going to ask you, this is probably a very, very... The next two questions are probably going to be very hard for you. Your favourite song?
Oh, impossible.
No.
Impossible.
Who wrote that one? No, I'm joking. All right. Well,
I cannot, darling. I know what about 2,000 or 3,000 songs. It's impossible to pick one.
Okay. Is the one that is your go-to song? If I said to you, Elaine, you can only sing one song today, which one would you sing?
God. Oh. It would be probably a very sad Rodgers and Hart song called "He Was Too Good to Me."
Okay. And who was your favourite singer? Who? Apart from yourself,
well, when I was growing up, I was listening a lot to Sarah Vaughan.
Sarah Vaughan, yeah.
Mel Torme, Ella Fitzgerald, of course. Tony Bennett.
Of course. Well, he's having a renaissance, isn't he?
He hasn't been anywhere. He's wonderful.
I know, but I mean, he's got into bed, not literally, I don't think, with Lady Gaga, and he's. I mean, what an odd couple.
Yeah, but it works.
It works. Oh, yeah, big time.
She's a fine singer. I mean, I never rated her at all until I heard her singing with him.
Well, I won't tell you what I think of her, but she's not got a bad voice, but she's
she hasn't.
A little bit off the wall.
Well, but that's the way she packages herself. I think she's very clever.
It's very
clever lady.
Course, I mean, Tony's been around for many, many years, and when I was a young lad, he seemed to be around a lot, and it goes back in circles, isn't it? It's funny how the genres come back into sort of, should we say, mainstream vogue almost.
Yes, well, luckily, I mean, there's the audience of my age range, but the youngsters are also getting to know these songs.
Big time. I mean, I was fortunate. I was out in America a few years ago, and I just popped into this jazz club, and I met this lady. She was actually from England, and I can't remember her name now. And she said to me, because I thought, well, I'm sort of early 50s I was then.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I'm going to be feeling quite young in here, but I looked round. And I was actually feeling quite old.
Yeah.
It's lovely when that happens, though, isn't it? Must be great for you to have a younger audience as well, or a cross-section audience.
Yes, I think so. Yes, it is. It's very, very gratifying.
It's great.
To touch them, so to speak. To have an influence on them.
Away from the music business, what do you do to relax?
I'm a homebody.
Are you? So it's feet up in front of the TV.
I garden.
Do you?
I was mowing my lawn. In fact, I'm looking at it. It's a bit wet. It's probably too late to do it now, but I think I might even go out. I go to the theatre, of course.
What have you seen recently? Any you can recommend to anybody?
No. What was the last one I saw? No.
Okay.
No.
That was memorable then, was it?
It was expensive, is what I can say.
It always is, isn't it? I mean, And
I have lots of wonderful friends. I love eating out or socialising, having people over just for coffee or whatever. Or,
I'm surprised at that, because you sound like a wallflower to me. Okay, well, next question actually probably ties in quite nicely with that. Now, you're having dinner tonight, and you can invite 4 guests, living or dead. Who would you invite?
Oh my goodness!
I like putting people on the spot, and of course, you don't know what I'm going to ask you. We haven't rehearsed this or anything.
No, we
unlike some
haven't.
shows and things like I pick the questions out of air sometimes.
Yes. Well, somebody who would behave themselves, because some of my friends are naughty.
So I'm not going to get invited.
No. Oh goodness. Well, I'd probably invite. Una Stubbs. She's a good buddy.
Is she?
I think.
What about Gershwin himself? Would you invite him?
No. You'd never get him off the piano.
That's true.
If he was a show-off. No. Oh, goodness, this is hard.
What about Mr. Ronnie
Dorothy Parker, probably.
Really? Dorothy Parker.
Yeah.
You got two
and a acerbic tongue, yeah.
Yes. I mean, I always think it's nice to have somebody there to stir it up a little bit, don't you?
Yes, I think
so.
Malcolm Gladwell, there's a writer around called Malcolm Gladwell who sings, an American writer. He's
okay.
And who else? and a poet, Maya Angelou.
Okay.
People that I've admired. I love what they say. They've influenced my life, I would say. Yeah.
I mean,
they're not too heavy.
Let's face it, poetry and lyrics of songs are exactly, not exactly the same, but they're very similar, aren't they?
Yes.
When they run.
Yes.
Anyway, we're almost out of time.
If they speak to you, yes.
Yeah, I mean, some poetry is really good. I must admit, I'm a bit of a heathen, and some poetry really does it for me, and other poetry, I could read it and read it and read it, and it doesn't float my boat at all.
Yeah, that's all right.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
One last question before I let you go. 2016, what's the plan for 2016?
To stay healthy.
Yeah?
I'm creating a new song program to keep learning.
Keep learning. Well, that's good. I mean, for a lady who's only about 25 to keep learning, I think we all need to keep learning.
Well, we're only here this once. I've got to tell you, you've got to hurry up and have a good time.
Well, as somebody said to me recently, and life's not a dress rehearsal.
No,
and
it's not.
That was, and he's a young lad. I say young man. He's younger than me, in his 40s. He's a singer, and he said to me, life's not a dress rehearsal, so every day I grab it both
Well, you have to. When you see what's going on around us, you just have to.
I think that's great.
Just have to, yeah.
Anyway, it's been an absolute pleasure, Elaine.
And you.
And I'm going to play that song that I know from Gilbert O'Sullivan, and you've done a lovely version of it. Do you want to introduce it?
Okay, I'm trying to think who did the arrangement, but anyway, here's Elaine Delmar to sing Alone Again. Naturally.
Oh, in a little while from now, if I'm not feeling any less sour, I promise myself to treat myself and visit a nearby tower. And climbing to the top, will throw myself off in an effort to make it clear to whoever what it's like when you're shattered, left standing in the lurch at a church where people say, my God, that's tough, he stood her up. No point in us remaining, we may as well go home as I did on my own, alone again, naturally. To think that only yesterday I was cheerful, bright and gay, looking forward to, well, who wouldn't do the role I was about to play. But as if to knock me down, reality came around, and without so much as a mere touch, cut me into little pieces, leaving me to doubt. Talk about God in his mercy, who, if he really does exist, why did he desert me in my hour of need? I truly am indeed alone again, naturally. Now looking back over the years and whatever else appears, I remember I cried when my father died, never wishing to hide the tears. At 65 years old, my mother, God rest her soul, couldn't understand why the only man she had ever loved had been taken, leaving her to start with a heart so badly broken. Despite encouragement from me, no words were ever spoken. And when she passed away, I cried and cried all day, alone again, naturally. Alone again, naturally. Alone again, naturally.
Soundtracks at 10 p.m. on Tuesdays plays film music.
Well, here's another nice mess you've gotten me into.
You're good, kid.
But as long as I'm around, you're second best. You might as well learn to live with it.
That's Elaine Delmar and Alone Again. Naturally, we won't be hearing the last of Ellen. We've got some more songs lined up for later on in the show, but it's Panto time, or Christmas show time. Going to quickly go through the Pantos and where they are. Aladdin is still on at the MK Theatre. It runs till Sunday, the 10th of January. Starring Priscilla Presley, Wayne Sleep, Gary Wilmot, and A1 Boy band member Ben Adams. And also we've got Kevin O'Cran as Wishy Washy. You can get tickets there, box office 0844 871 7652, and you get or online at atgtickets.com/Milton Keynes. That's a great show. I've seen that one. Big pizzazz. Down at the Auburn Arena, we've got till the 3rd of January. Jake Wood from EastEnders, Max from EastEnders, and also last year, the year before actually is now, Strictly Come Dancing. And we've also got local legend, St Albans legend, very funny man, Bob Golding as Mr. Smee. Box office details there, 01727 844 488, and the online booking, www.auburn-arena.co.uk. Then down at the Radlett Centre, you've only got today, tomorrow and Wednesday to go to this Snow White traditional panto at the Radlett Centre, would you believe, in Radlett, and tickets there 01923 859 291 and www.radlettcentre.co.uk. And then till the 1st of January, that's this Friday, closes Hansel and Gretel. That's on till then at the Hartford Theatre. Box office there 01992 531 500, and you see book tickets online at www.hartfordtheatre.com. And then over at the Rhodes Arts Centre, that runs until the 2nd of January as well. That's at Bishop Stortford. You've got Jack and the Beanstalk. Tickets there 01279 710 200 or www.rhodesbishopstortford.org.uk. And then a show, I really enjoyed this one, I'll tell you. That runs to the 3rd of January. It's Cinderella over at the Grove Theatre. We've got Anthony Costa, who was my guest last week. Lucy Reed, who's playing Cinderella. Jessa Amos, who's as mad as a badger. And of course, you've got Leslie Grantham and Joshua Pascoe as the Ugly Sisters. That's worth every pound or penny of the ticket fee to see Leslie Grantham in a dress. For those of you who don't remember, Leslie was Dirty Den in EastEnders. And box office there 01582 60 20 80, or you can book online www.growtheatre.co.uk. Then down at the Aylesbury Waterside Theatre, we've got two people from X Factor. We've got Sam Bailey, who was 2013's winner, and Malene Madison, who is there, and also local funny man Andy Collins. That's Dick Whittington, and that runs through till this Sunday, the 3rd of January, and you get your tickets at atgtickets.com/Aylesbury or 0844 871 7607. And then on at the Potter's Bar Wilets Theatre, Aladdin, we've got that runs through till this Sunday, the 3rd of January, and you can get tickets to see that. Box office 01707 645 005 on www.wiletstheatre.co.uk. Also, Cinderella is on at the Hawthorne Theatre, or as I knew it, the Campus West, it used to be called, in Welwyn Garden City. That's on till Sunday, the 3rd of January. Get tickets there by booking 0300 30 39 620 or www.hawthornetheatre.co.uk. And a gentleman I had on last week, Alex Byrne. He's the man behind Around the World in 80 Days. You can still get a chance to catch that Saturday the 2nd of January. I saw it last Tuesday on the 22nd of December. Loved every minute of it. It's colourful, loud and fast-paced. You will love it. Kids will love this. It's a great adventure with a love story, as Alex explained last week. Tickets for that 01908 280 800 or by the website www.stables.org. And if you missed any of those, on my website, the Styx website is www.the-styx.co.uk, and you can see all the details of all the pantos, the times, everything else on there. Anyhow, let's play another track from Ellen. I fluffed this one earlier. I'm going to play this one. It's called S Wonderful.
Don't mind telling you, in my humble fash, that you thrill me through and through with your tender pash. When you said you'd care, imagine my emotion. I swore then and there, permanent
devote you.